Okay, so we made our video and now we are going to process it so we can tile the streams together from the what you were showing on the screen, the video of you talking, and if your PowerPoint, if you did it. We didn't do a PowerPoint on this one, but if you want me to, I can do one with a PowerPoint. So when you have Panopto open, you have a couple different options: create a new recording, manage recordings, and settings. Um, when you look on manage recordings, it shows what you already recorded. You don't really need to know that right now, so I don't know why I said that. But hey, let's go let's go into Canvas and look at our Panopto recordings now, and we'll see the one that I just recorded. So here we are, and that Panopto window will be up. So what I'm showing you on the screen right now, on my computer, it doesn't show my picture the way it does when you're in that opening screen on Panopto. So I'm trusting that Panopto is recording my picture in the background, because I know it is. And I'm going to click on, so that record a new session window, I'm going to click on the window that's behind it. And actually I'm going to click on the reload page so it refreshes it and shows the video I just recorded. So there's my part 1, how to tile streams and videos, Panopto part 1. That's the one we're going to process right now. How to tile streams and videos in Panopto part 2 is the one that we're recording right now as we speak. So it's all going on in the background. So we're going to go into the share settings. No, I'm sorry. Excuse me, pardon me. We're going to go into the settings button, and we're going to go to outputs. So in the output settings, we are going to scroll down, and right under the picture where it says video podcast, you see this little drop-down box of type primary video only. You're going to drop down, click on that drop-down arrow, and you're going to pick tile all streams. You could do it picture-in-picture. You could do it primary video only is its default, and that means it's going to show your PowerPoint or your screen share that you were doing. Secondary video only, that would just show me talking. Picture-in-picture, it can show the primary video, which is the screen share, and the picture-in-picture of me talking. That's kind of a nice one. Side-by-side, which is the one that I had in the last video, and it's what shows up. Side-by-side shows up if you only have 2 streams. And then tile all streams, it just shows them to tile all streams. So just for funsies, I'm going to do picture-in-picture. And then once you click that, you have to click apply. And then there's a little bit of processing time. So there are different choices. I usually pick 720p for the quality. There are higher quality videos, but they take up more space. So I feel like the 720p is adequate for a PowerPoint. It's not high-level graphics. The students can watch it on anything at 720p, and it doesn't make a very big file. So I usually do it at that mid-range quality. I don't do it at the highest quality that's available or the lowest quality that's available. So I'm going to hit apply, and it says change the podcast type. This will cause the podcast to be temporarily unavailable while your changes are processed. And you say okay. So then we can close this window. And on the main window, it shows here processing podcast. So it takes a few minutes to do it, and it gives you a percentage done, which is kind of nice. And at this point, when it's processing the podcast, it's tiling those streams, it's putting everything together, and it's doing our picture-in-picture because that's the one we chose. Normally what I do is I tile all the streams. That's the setting that I usually pick. Even if you are doing just the primary stream, I go in and I change it to tile all streams because I feel like it comes out better on YouTube and it has the closed captions. So part of what it does when it's processing this podcast is it adds the captions. The captions aren't perfect. It'll get proper names wrong, just like visual voicemail does. But it's better than nothing. So yay. It does it in the background. You don't have to do anything. It automatically does that, which is kind of nice. So we're up to 36% now, and I'm just talking while it finishes processing. So you have to, a lot of times what I do is I set something processing and then I go off and do something else and come back. If you sit there and watch it tick up percentage degree by degree, I don't know, how much free time do you have? Maybe a lot, I don't know. So we're just going to watch those numbers tick up because we're not going to do something else, even though we could. So I hope everybody is having a lovely time getting their classes online. If you're not having a lovely time and there's anything I can help you with, please let me know, and I would be happy to do that. So now our podcast is processing. It's to 100%. And like the people, when you watch YouTube videos, for people that are, making money off their YouTube videos, they always say, oh yeah, be sure to click, whatever they say, be sure to click the like button or be sure to click the subscribe button. Well, I don't care if anybody likes this or subscribes to it, so I'm not going to say that because I'm not making money off of YouTube. So now it's publishing my podcast. It's embedding the captions, which is nice. It just does that automatically, and it's publishing the media with the embedded captions. So it gives you that little status at the bottom so you can see when it's ready. And then you can also see, so when you look at other videos that I have recorded in this classroom, you can see that this one is done, and so now this one is done. So when there's nothing listed there like processing podcast, it means it's done. So now if you want to share your video, you can go to share, and usually, well, you have to share the video for people to look at it. Usually I change it to anyone with the link can view. And then I provide my students with a link because I don't give them access to the Panopto recordings tab in Canvas. I just give them a link to it. And then if anybody else needs that link, I can give that to them as well. The link, where do you find that? Well, you find it right up here. I never have good success embedding things, so I use the link. I'm going to double click that link and copy it. And so then while I'm here, I'm just going to go post it in the how-to videos from Loretta with that link that I just posted. Oh, I better save that. I'm going to save my changes. I'm going to go to the how-to videos from Loretta. I'm going to do how to tile video streams in Panopto, part 1. And I'll add part 2 as soon as we're done doing part 2. So I'm going to highlight that whole thing. I'm going to press link to URL. I'm going to paste in the link that I just copied out of Panopto. I'm going to save it. And so now that link to that video that has the tiled streams is in the module. Okay, so now I'm going to go out of here since I saved that. If you then wanted to upload it to YouTube, if you go into settings and outputs, you could say download podcast. And when you download that podcast, it downloads it to your computer as an MP4, and then you can upload it to your YouTube channel. So that's a pretty handy little feature right there. And since that was a nice short video, it only took seconds for me to download. So lots of cool stuff you can do in Panopto. And I'm going to end this video for now and post part 2 after processing it to the how-to page.